What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Three Geeks conversation. It is Jason. I am joined by Charlotte. Charlotte, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So I got your IMDb page up here, and you worked with Bruce Willis in quite a few movies. What was that experience like?
Bruce Willis is awesome. I mean, he's a total pro, incredible actor, incredible charisma. You know, a lot of the big actors that I've worked with, they all have this incredible aura and charisma that you can't quite put your finger on, but you know they've just got something. You know, he just needs to. Bruce Willis has got that thing where he just has that little smile, that little tint in his eyes, and yeah, that's all he needs to do.
Awesome. You were in First Kill with Bruce Willis, right?
Yes.
Did that shoot here in Ohio?
It did, yes.
Yeah, I believe it's shot like right down the road from my house, by where my girlfriend lives, over in Grandview.
Oh, yeah. I've never been to Ohio before. It was nice. It was a cool place. I had fun shooting there.
Did you?
Yes. I
Nice.
like it. I like the different towns, cities in America, not just, you know, LA, New York. It's nice to go to explore all around America.
Yeah, you're from over in England, correct?
Yes, I'm from the UK, yeah.
Is that hard, doing auditions back and forth between the two?
Well, I mean, today everything's self-tape, so I think since it's so much easier now, people are happy with self-taping. So, and it's great for us because we can do as many takes as we want and make sure it's perfect before we send it off. Yeah, but it's, you know, ironically, when I lived in LA for 10 years, and when I was in LA, I was filming most of my films in Europe. And now that I've moved back to the UK, I've been shooting all in the US. So yeah, it always requires traveling, doesn't it? So
that's wild. But so before we get into the Duchess, I want to ask you, what made you want to be an actress?
There wasn't really a defining moment. It just something that when I was younger, I always loved to perform. I always loved to. When I stepped into my drama class for the first time, it was the first thing that I felt a real connection to, and something that I felt that I was good at, and something that I just loved. Every time I went to acting, you know, because in my school you had acting classes, and then all the rest, history, maths, geography, and I hated the rest. I hated all the academic stuff. But then when I first stepped into my first drama class, I absolutely loved it. And then after school, I went to drama school, and that's when I just knew. It kind of sealed the deal that, yeah, this is something I want to do, and I absolutely love it.
Do you have a favorite movie or favorite actress that was kind of an inspiration?
Oh my God, I have so many favorite movies. I mean, I watched a few growing up that was a big, like Gone with the Wind. Some of the old classics were a big inspiration for me, or the old classic movies, for sure.
Nice. You've made quite a few different types of movies. Do you have a favorite type of movie to make, whether it's horror, action?
Action films are always fun. I do like filming action. I would say The Lair, which was my second film that I produced, co-wrote and acted in, that was kind of full-on action from start to finish, and I'd never done that before, like that much action. But I actually really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. I just love the getting into it with the stunties, and it's a lot of fun. But then, you know, I love drama as well. But no, if I had to choose, it would be action.
Nice. But yeah, action seems like it'd be a lot of fun. So you mentioned writing and producing. You produced, wrote, and star in the Duchess. What was that experience like? Like, what's it like writing something that you're going to perform in later?
Well, me and Neil had written 2 films before that he directed and I acted in, which was The Lair and The Reckoning, and they were 2 horror films. And we were thinking, what should we do next? And that's when we were both sitting there and thinking of what kind of film we want to make. And we said, we just love the classic gangster movies, the Goodfellas, Scarface, Lay Cake, Lock, Stock. Wouldn't it be great to make like a really cool gangster movie? But a gangster movie with a woman boss. That's kind of where the germ of the idea, and that's kind of where Duchess was born. And yeah, so that was kind of the idea of, let's make a really cool gangster movie, but this time a woman calling the shots, like the woman boss. So yeah, that's where it came from.
So as being a writer and performer in the movie, like, how married to the material are you, and how much do you trust Neil? Like, if something needs to be changed on the fly, does that bother you, or you like the collaborativeness of it?
Oh no, not at all. I mean, when I'm writing, and that's great. But as soon as I step on set, I kind of step back and just I take off my producing hat, my writing hat, and say, right, yeah, you want to change it. If you think it works for the scene as a director, absolutely. I write to be able to create and to be in my own films, really, to perform and to do the films that I've always wanted to do. That's kind of why I started this, was to kind of put my destiny in my own hands and make my own films and do the films that I want to do, because it's really difficult out there. It's difficult to find good scripts. It's difficult to find good scripts with female good powerful roles. So that's where I was like, okay, yeah, let's if you can't find them, create them. Yeah, so that's where it came about.
Nice. So tell me about Duchess. I mean, you mentioned it a little bit, but tell us some more about the movie.
So, I mean, a big inspiration for Duchess was, it's a revenge film. Man on Fire with Denzel Washington was a big inspiration, because we wanted to. A lot of revenge films, you kind of get the revenge in the first 5 minutes. Something happens and the whole film is about the revenge. This film, we really wanted to build on it and to really fall in love and invest in our characters. So it's really about, as a small town petty thief girl from London. And she's an amateur boxer, and she's figuring stuff out, and she's having a bit of a shitty time of it. And she meets the man of her dreams, who turns out to be a real proper gangster. And a lot of it is them falling in love and having this incredible, beautiful dynamic. And I don't want to give too much away, but he reels her into his world. Things go wrong, terribly wrong, and she ends up taking control of his organization and taking back the power of the men that betrayed him and her. So it's kind of like her rise to power in a way.
When the movie comes out August 9th, where can everybody go check it out?
So Saban are releasing it, VOD, digital, August 9th. They're also having a premiere as well, August 6th. But August 9th, it'll be video demand digital. So
awesome.
Yeah, so excited about it. I mean, the trailer's getting a great response, and I think the trailer gives a lot of the essence and the vibe and the energy, and people are loving that. So I'm really hoping people are gonna. I think it shows the amount of the labor of love that went into this film, and fun as well. So I think I'm hoping it shows and people are going to enjoy it.
Nice. I got a couple more questions. So going into playing Nicole Brown Simpson, which you're going to be doing next year, what kind of process is it to play somebody like real? Because, when you're making a movie like Duchess, you get to kind of create your character and make it yours. But what's it like playing somebody that's, a real person?
It's such a responsibility. I would say it's the most challenging role yet, because she was a real person, a victim, and I feel like I have such a responsibility to play her as truthfully and honest and real as possible. So yeah, that's going to be a challenging one. I mean, we've already filmed half, and I was quite a big part of that process. I was cast during the development of that project, because the director saw me on stage and said, "Oh my God, you look like Nicole. I'd love to cast you." So I was a big part of that development writing process, and OJ wanted me to go and visit him in prison. He wanted to be part of it. So I was very much emotionally involved in it as well. So, but again, I'd say as an actress, that was one of my most challenging roles yet because of the responsibility, making sure I get it right.
What is that process like to hear from OJ and be like, come visit me in prison so we could talk about this movie? Is that wild?
It obviously never happened, but it would have been a great opportunity, I think, for me to meet him and just to go there and just to see him and see what he has to say, I guess, you know. Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
It is.
But my last question is, what was it like working on Ocean's 8 with Sandra Bullock?
Yes, amazing. Yes, my scenes were with Sandra Bullock. She was an absolute love to work with. And Richard Armitage as well. It's if you I've worked on massive studio films, small indie films. At the end of the day, it's all the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same. Yes, the sets might be smaller and cheaper, but everything else is. I always come to it with the same motive, the same dedication. It's just making sure, and you can't be fazed by it. If I'm opposite Sandra Bullock or Bruce Willis, or I just shot a film starring with Dolph Lundgren and Michael J. White. They're epic action stars, and I play alongside them. But you can't be fazed by it. You've got to see them as actors and my fellow actors, and embrace it and go along with it, and not be threatened by it.
Yeah, or geek out. Like, it's so easy to geek out. Like, even doing this, like, I've had to teach myself the same thing. Like, you can't geek out all the time. Like, got to be cool.
So true. After I finished filming, I watched Universal Soldiers and all of Dolph's movies, and I was like, oh my God, he's so amazing. Of course, I saw some of his work before that, but I watched the classics, Rocky, and I was like, oh my God, he's phenomenal. I'm glad I didn't watch this one before. It was, but first day one was always a little bit like, oh my God, and then you get into it, and then it's amazing. I'm excited about that one as well. That's called Fight or Flight. That's coming out next year through Saban as well.
Dolph Lundgren is awesome, but Michael J. White is so underrated as a martial artist and as an actor.
Yeah, he's amazing. Very powerful. Very, very powerful actor. That was absolutely incredible. And I think coming from like Duchess, who's she's more of a grounded, real life, normal action. She becomes not an action star, but she becomes like it's her rise to power. She's a fighter, but she's a normal girl. But then going into Fight or Flight, where Dolph Lundgren is playing an assassin of the world, but it's contrasty. But it's. I felt like if I could do Duchess, which was one of my most challenging roles yet, because it was a lot. I was literally carrying that movie with the voiceover and the tone, and everything had to be just right. So now it's given me a lot more of when working with Dolph and all these amazing people. It's like, yeah, we're all in this together. We all know what it is, and let's just make the best movie we can.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting all this variety, because not a lot of actors get the same kind of variety. We talked about Nicole Simpson, we talked about Duchess, we talked about the Dolph Lundgren movie. Like, that's awesome. Like, congratulations.
Thank you. Well, also I've got next year another film coming out, Compulsion, that I co-wrote, produced, Neil directing, and that is an erotic thriller. So that is very different. It's a Neil Marshall staple though, because it's got lots of blood and killing. But that I'm excited about that one as well. I really do. A lot of people ask me, like, what genre do you like? But it's really not about the genre for me. It's about the script and the story and the character. That's it. That is it. And it's so nice to be able to dip into all these different genres.
Mm-hmm. And you don't hear about erotic thrillers as much as you used to in the 90s, like Basic Instinct and
that is why
Attractions.
That is why we did it. There was a movie on Netflix that was a massive success called 365 Days. That was very erotic. And I was like, there's a massive market in this. People want to see this. And again, we haven't seen anything since Fatal Attraction, Basic Instincts. Let's make one. And then a big inspiration for this was the old Italian giallo films as well, with the black gloves and all that fun stuff. So I'm really excited about that. But Duchess, August 9th, which is the killer one. We go out with a bang on that one. Duchess, August 9th, and then Compulsion and Fight or Flight next year. Very different.
Awesome, everybody. I will have the links to Duchess where you guys can find it. Where can everybody find you online, Charlotte?
Yes, I'm on Instagram, Charlotte Kirk Official, my Facebook page as well, my fan page. So, yes, I'm very, very excited. I hope everyone likes it. I really do.
I can't wait to check it out. Everybody like, comment, subscribe. We'll talk to you real soon.
Whether you're solving murders during breakfast, cracking cold cases on your commute, or playing amateur detective at bedtime, Amazon Music's got millions of podcast episodes waiting. Just download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite true crime podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.